Well. Hello. Stopping by for a quick second. I'm having fun with this Ecamm stuff, and I'm having fun just watching. I love everything that's going on, stuff that people are doing. I've seen some awesome setups lately. I've been just looking, and I've been busy working, but I just want to just put something in there about Ecamm. Once again, y'all know I'm an Ecamm person. Instagram, I'm gonna drop a video tomorrow. It's a little crazy and funny. Hey, what's going on, whoever. So I wanted to, all right, I'm gonna stick with my title about investment and adding value, right? The amazing thing about value is as we continue to get stuff, right? As we continue to accessorize, we can almost make people get away from the point. And I think Marshall Fox said something earlier this week that I like, and I missed the Thursday show. I like his simplicity. And then I also like people that are like me. We're tech freaks. We like stuff. The crazy thing is, though, is I've never been a person to get stuff or engage in gas without it making sense. What makes sense? I'll just get right to this point. I saw a post earlier this week, and I'm not sure if the moderators took it down or not, but it was in the Ecamm community, and it was one of those things where it's like, does this thing, should I keep what I have? Get that music out of here. Should I keep what I have, or should I move, right? And the crazy thing was, it's like what they posted was dope, but it takes away from the essence of the group and the Ecamm Live community. One thing I want to say, being a producer for so many years, is Ecamm is one of the best software programs you can use for production, period, hands down. I'm literally cheating with this thing, especially the recording right to the drive. The fact that when you go live, the recording is sitting right on the drive at the same time. And shout out to Marshall Fox and a few other people who said it, or people that already knew it. Let's not just one person get the credit. It's probably 10 other people that knew it. DJ Rob, what's going on? If y'all don't say your names, I probably don't know who you are. But it's when you take what you have with Ecamm, right? It is so dope. And if you know to hit the record, you can just make stuff, drop it, get your edits done, set your scenes up and get it going. So I'm just going to show you a couple of things, and hopefully Rob's going to show that reveal. He did a wonderful job in Vegas to set up. I've been sneak peeking Doc Rock. He's doing his setup, and it's looking great. Jody, what's going on? And to everybody, I don't know the names on here because, it's just saying Facebook user. But here's quickly what I did. I did a setup in the house, and this all is the expansion on what I saw in Ecamm. I was a studio engineer recorder, right? And I would do a lot of recordings, and all the work that you have to do recording and stuff, you literally are cutting across the field with Ecamm right now. Like when I say you're cutting across the field, you definitely are. And Ecamm is actually going to give you gas. It's going to give you gear acquisition syndrome. But you got to make sure that your investment is within what actually matters, or you'll just be jumping ship and saying, oh, somebody else do what Ecamm do, and I'm going to save money. No, something I learned a long time ago when I was using Cubase, which is a sequencer, right? We stuck with that for so long and got all these records done with that one thing. And everybody's coming in, oh, this one's better. Somebody else came out with something. It's like, yeah, but when people like Ken and Glenn put the work that they put into what they put into, it's a unique setup that, yes, there's another program that does this. There's another program to do that. Oh, OBS do it now. So-and-so do it now. Okay, got you. But the community, as Doc Rock would say, just community alone. The people that come together and the people with gear acquisition syndrome. Got it. But when we start to pull this thing together and make it make sense, it is I think the people that, when you spend that dollar to get that full subscription to Ecamm, you are making an investment. And I think a lot of times this ain't pointed out. You are making the investment. All the other stuff that people get, that's just gas. They were like that before they got there. Some people, I'm not even going to name y'all, but y'all know who you are. If they got a Rodecaster Pro 3 coming out tomorrow, we all going to get it because that's what we do. We've been doing that. You hang out in Vegas with Rob. Rob got gear forever. Doc's got cameras forever because we've been doing that stuff before Ecamm. Now, in the Ecamm community, when people are like, yo, hey, here's a program that just launches my creativity to another point, you're at a space now where it's like, you don't want to get caught up in just getting what everybody else is getting. You got to make it work for you and then be proud of it, because the nucleus of it all, and if I was sneaking to preach, the essence of Ecamm is kind of like that spirit within us that we're all in agreement and we're on one accord and in the same mind for what it does. So one of the things I just want to point out is, let me see, I think I put the camera on a couple of things that I did in here. I have a session tomorrow, and I'm excited about the session because the stuff that I was able to do with Ecamm, the clients that I have, they are really just doing podcasting. And I introduced to them the whole idea that, hey, I'm going to use these sessions to set up recording. And I pitched it on them. And now I've doubled my income because we negotiated just for podcasting. And it turned into, okay, video is a total separate thing, but I'm videoing everything because I'm doing it through Ecamm and I'm just giving you the audio and you're paying me for the audio. But now I've upped that dollar because now they want the video and they want it for their YouTube, and I'm not doing anything different. Y'all hear that? This is a smart move. It's because I made the investment, right? And so because I built my room around what I see that Ecamm could do, okay? Not just build and grab stuff just to grab it, but really dial in on what are you doing with the program to really enhance what you're doing. So here's one of the things I did. Because Ecamm, the audio quality is so great, the equipment that I have and what I'm dropping into Ecamm is recording what you put into it, okay? It's not doing too much. What I did was, people were sitting up at my desk, and my desk is over here. They were sitting here at the desk, and I'm like, okay, I don't like putting people coming in my room sitting up in my space. I mean, it's cool if it's just two people. But then now I got people where it's like they got 3 or 4 people when they're interviewing and they want to look at each other and talk to each other. So I put a setup over here. And then with the gear acquisition syndrome problem, I am a producer, songwriter, engineer guy. And so what I normally do is I record and I use stuff like this guy over here. And this is an Apollo. DJ Rob has one of these. A couple of other people have it. Melvin has this, but this is an Apollo. So it's got all of this stuff in here, and I'll put it on the screen. If you see in this corner over here, let me get my hand to it, right up here. I'm feeling it on the bottom, tickling it. Okay, that's all the audio processing that I'm using. And the way I built this studio, I built this setup on the quality of audio for podcasting. And video, I was just streaming for my sermons and stuff. But that turned into, hey, everybody's kind of video casting now. And so that's when it gets into, hey, how do I look on camera? But it's not just us. How do we make other people look on camera? And I watch people get into this like pissing match on, oh, look at my camera. You know, what lens are you using? Well, you got to step a little bit further because you're going to need lens for other people, not just you, if you want to take it up a notch. Okay. And so I'm just showing you guys just a couple of things. So here's this mic setup because people like to sit down and talk. So I did a couple of things. My lights from Godox, they went out. Sadly, these lights went out. And so if you take the cord out, the battery is dead. So you have to keep it plugged up. So I said, how can I repurpose this? So what I did with that was I took the light, which is basically this light over here, this Godox light right here. I took the sides off and I put it in a Home Goods. It's like a little, furniture type kit store or whatever. And I put it in these vases so that it has this nice little lighting situation to it over here. Repurposing, right? Again, watch where I'm going. This is still building right around Ecamm. So now the people are coming in tomorrow. They're going to sit over there. And in case they bring the third and fourth person, I have my Rodecaster Pro here. And from this Rodecaster Pro, I go over here to the desk and I come into this Apollo. And then I'm able to use the processing tweaking that I'm using up here in this corner that you see right there. I have my channel strip where I literally am matching the mics over here on the couch the same way that I'm sounding over here. So for example, if I open that mic up now, and this is tomorrow, this is just for podcasting. So I'm going to go over here to this chair and I'm going to talk into that mic and you'll pretty much get the same sound. All right. Find my way over here. Mic check 1, 2. Okay. So did I turn this up? Yeah, mic check 1, 2. So here I am over here and I don't know if I have the camera on me and that other mic is on. Let me get rid of the room sound, but let me just put this over here. So now I'm able to get the people over here in the mic as well. I just did a little tweak over there because I was messing with I got my new phone over here. That's what it is. Mic check 1, 2. There's the telephone. So I gotta mute that guy because that's making noise. Let's get that out of here. Okay, there we go. Now that's a tighter sound over here that when people are talking on the couch, I'm filming them and then I'm able to show both of them over here, third and fourth person over there, 2 more people. That's 6 people going into this software. What ends up happening is people start to repurpose, as we know with Ecamm. Let's go back over here. Now, when they repurpose, you actually are selling the program on them because they want to take it home and do it themselves. So this is kind of the thing about investment. And with the investment, you're able to expand more. So another thing about Ecamm is the instance where you have the NDI. I'm just reintroducing some things that people don't even know. You got the old laptop sitting around, you got the computer sitting around, you got the newer computer, but on my other computer sitting on the other side of the room, this guy over here, I turn that sucker on and I can go to somebody else's YouTube because I just tap right off of this computer, the sound quality, everything. Only issue is it's coming in at 1080p, not unless you run it HDMI out, get that streaming same quality and bust it into there. So that's just a couple things I just wanted to drop on as far as your investment. Another person that I know, they're trying to cut corners with their lens, their microphones and stuff like that. Accessorize around Ecamm is so far beyond most of the stuff that people are doing. It's worth the investment to put into it for where you're trying to go. So for those people, if you're just streaming, be the best streamer you can be. Go for it. Get it, but accessorize it according to what your vision is and what you're trying to do. If not, you'll tap out. And I don't know who I'm helping now, but you don't want to just tap out and lose the vibe. So these confidence monitors, they have a purpose, okay? So I'm actually looking over this side of the desk. I'm popping over, looking at this side of the desk, and they have a purpose, okay? Don't waste your money buying 3 and 4 cameras if you're not going to use them, if you're not bringing clients and stuff in. Spend that money and upgrade on the one that's in front of you, right? And get that audio where you need it. And for all my single ladies, all my single men, all my single whoever, right? Get a 2 mic setup from the jump. If you got the Rodecaster Pro, put a second mic on it. Get it ready for when the opportunity strikes, because you never know. People are going to watch what you're doing with Ecamm and they're going to want a part of it, but they're not going to make the investment. So you're not just investing for you, but it's for you for helping other people. And it's crazy that just a program does this, okay? Amazingly enough, the creators here is twins. They're twins, right? And so that draws the principle of unity. And so you're not by yourself, but the investments you make is so that you can be a blessing to somebody else. This is just a great community to be in. And that's really all I have for y'all tonight. I'm really in my overjoyed moment because it's really turned my life around. So if this was like some late night testimonial, it's kind of like, oh, I joined the Ecamm community a while back and my life has changed forever. Let me stop. I'm sorry, y'all. Who's around in comments and stuff talking? I apologize. I wasn't trying to ignore y'all. I was just in my little zone. So, gotta know about those old school phones. Brant, what's going on? My gosh, even a special cover for your stream deck. Yeah, I actually made this, and Doc Rock will tell you, I darn near killed myself trying to do this right here. This is jacked up. You see the screw sticking out. I made a couple for other people and gave them away, but it's nothing but the Keith Pelzer wood design. I left it old school, and hopefully stream decks will be around for a good amount of time. I tried that loop deck. I hated it, got rid of it, gave it away, and I'm just old school with the stream deck. Yep. Happy Friday. Miguel, what's going on? T-shirt. Hey, thanks, man. I will have my Ecamm t-shirt on probably tomorrow with my session. But yeah, it's something about this that's a vibe for me as far as, basically saying I'm all the way up. You know what I'm saying? And so with that, I'm always in the space of proceed and continue. You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm at. It's just a thing for me. So it is unique. Ken and Glenn put out a lot of love and brilliance into this Ecamm world. Love your t-shirt. Thank you for mentioning the t-shirt. That's all I got for now. If anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. I don't mind. If it's something that you need help with, or you want to ask a weirdo like me, why I do certain things the way I do it, because I'm not really into look at what I got that doesn't help somebody else. Like, I can tell you my why, okay? And my why is not just because Sweetwater says it's the best mic, or my why is not because every other streamer's doing it, okay? I will deliberately put a M7 up on here instead of using the SM7B to make a point and say, you don't have to get stuck into what everybody else is doing. I spent almost $400 for 2 custom MV7s with USB, and I probably will never use the USB unless I'm out of town. Then if I'm out of town, I'm basically enjoying a vacation, and I'll just use my cell phone, the iPhone, call it a day. But in the studio for quality, I found out that you can get an MV7 to sound up to par like a SM7B, depending on your investment and your processing gear. And so this is the kind of stuff that helps people, but it keeps the focus in on pulling us into Ecamm, the essence of it. And I think the preacher in me kind of did the apologetic advocate move, because I was disturbed about a post that I saw earlier this week. And it's not offensive to the person. It's just, you don't go into a community and basically say, hey, the grass is greener on the other side, because then everybody goes like, oh, for real? And I'm just going to tell y'all, I looked at what they were talking about, and I'm just like, yo, you're going to shoot yourself in the foot, because you're missing the point about what Ecamm is all about, okay? Ecamm actually changes lives. If you're just trying to chase the money bag and just, hey, I'm going to do a podcast, cool, there's a plethora of stuff out there to do that, okay? We talking about the Rodecaster Pro. You can do all your podcasting right in the Rodecaster Pro. But if you go into that next level, you cannot beat what you can do with Ecamm. So shout out to the twins and to everybody here. Always DM me if you need to know anything or you have any questions. If you want to know how to wrap these, I already have a video out for that. If you do put the mic in the shop, most people, you put it down here, so it doesn't really matter. Just put a color pop screen on it. It only sits right here in the scene, so nobody's going to see the rest of that. So my why is crazy. I'm going to give y'all one other thing that's crazy. Did anybody else other than me know that with the low profile arms, right? The LP arms. So here. Here's what's crazy. This LP arm right here. Let me see. Oh, did I turn this one on? I'll turn this on. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna go. The LP arm. These I got these when they came out, right? And you have the arm, and then right on this piece right here, you don't have a knob. You have to put the Allen wrench in there. So then when I got two more, look at this. It actually has it has the arm on it. Does anybody else have this this thing right here? This has a tightener on there. And I didn't know that until I was like, what's wrong with my other two? There's a tightener on here so you don't have to pull out the Allen wrench. Isn't that crazy? It's small stuff like that that I didn't know. One other thing I'm gonna put out there too, if anybody has the old TMP and you wanted the newer one with that boxy back, let me know, because I am sick and tired of the boxy back because I can't see around the TMP to see my camera back there. So for instance, I'll show you something. On this one right here, okay, on this one, see how this drops back like this? I can see the camera when I look over it. The one on the other side, and most of you probably have this newer one, it's boxy, so you can't, it's boxed off, so I can't see it. And I hate that. So I don't know where to find the old one that slopes down, because these two, you can't, they don't interchange. They say they do, but you can't put this top on that and vice versa. It doesn't work. I tried it. So I have an extra one of these, but I'm trying to find the old one TMP. And if somebody was trying to get the newer one, I'll actually trade you, because I'm sick and tired of the boxy back. All right, people, I'm going to bed so I can get up and get some work done tomorrow. But yo, the nuggets that all the people in the community are dropping that really helps. Yo, y'all got to soak them up. It is just wonderful. And I appreciate all you guys. Keep up the great work. Be encouraged. And maybe we'll all have a powwow. And I would love to see the testimonials of how you're progressing with Ecamm. Not just stuff, but what's the progress? You know, like, I think the guys would be very touched to know that the testimonials, not just the, oh, look at my studio. No, what's the testimonials? Like, how has this really changed your life? Because I don't think I would have made it through the pandemic from a technological standpoint of view without discovering Ecamm. And as Doc Rock would say, the community, okay? The community, all right? That's what it is. So which ones are those? These are the Elgato LP. And just curious, how many people got it? You just kind of got it and you have the tightener on the arm. I don't have the tightener on the two on the desk, but the new one's got the tightener and it's on the website, but they never, like, I missed the mention of, hey, we upgraded the LP Elgato arm and now we got a tightener on there. So yeah, beats the heck out of me. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to bed, and I got to do some tweak to this mic because I know it's hot. It is hot. Because I had to set it for somebody else, and I just started talking into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out. Once again, this teleprompter I'm using right here, I use it as a confidence monitor. A few of us have it. It is the one that sits on the desk, and that's the option for people that most of the time you think you just got to grab the first thing that people tell you. Take a chance and find out, you know, which one works best for you. Where do you want to put it at before you just grab it and then start saying, oh, there's a cheap program out there, and then you give up on the Ecamm because you blew all your money buying stuff you didn't need, okay? Stick with it. Great community, great people. It's going to change your life. Thank you so much. Check out my Instagram tomorrow. I think you're going to like it. All right, peace.